everyone, Meepa here, trying to make your Monday a little better and maybe even something to look forward to. We are here with yet another speed paint. I've been doing a lot of those, but they're fun, so I don't mind. This speed paint was kind of like an in the moment, oh my gosh, I need to draw this now kind of thing. So, anyone who doesn't know me personally is unaware of the fact that I had a story that I worked on for quite a bit of time, and it was like it was like a true phase. You know, when you have a phase and you are obsessed with this one thing for a bit. That is what this was for me. This was a story I had made called Flamia Legends. And for a while, this was what I did. If I had free time, I was writing this book. This is what I did. And I was bored one day and looked back on this old writing. I looked back on the old writing, and while I could tell it wasn't the most masterfully crafted, for I was a mere, maybe like 12 years old when I wrote it. That is wild, thinking that that's how old I was. But I was a mere 12 years old when I wrote this, I believe. And it's not the most amazing writing you've ever seen. Like, obviously, there are better authors. But looking at it, the nostalgia. I have barely ever experienced nostalgia before reading that, and I was like, whoa, look at this. And I was low-key like excited about it. Like, I was like getting hyped looking at this because like I knew these characters, and now I was like getting to know them again, reading a couple chapters of my old writing. And it was nice. I really enjoyed looking at it. And this story, it's about this girl, okay? Hear me out here. It's about this girl, and her name is Ruby. Ruby lives in an orphanage with her best friend, Emmy. And they go out camping, or they're planning to go camping, just the two of them, because the owner of the orphanage lets them do that, because there's a woods nearby. And throughout all of this, a whole bunch of stuff happens. Ruby falls down a hole. She wakes up in the hospital. She has a burn on her arm. Whoa, she meets her mom. Her mom is the Flamia, or I guess you could, you kind of call it like the queen of dragons that are living underground. And that's her mom. So that means that Ruby is able to step up and take her mom's spot as Flamia. Although the thing that's in her way is her twin sister Sapphire that she didn't know about. Because Sapphire is kinda mean, and the mom is like, she shouldn't be Flamia. Ruby, I'm gonna train you to be a dragon even though you've known yourself as a human your whole life. Let's go do this. And that's just a very, very brief explanation of the basic plotline of Flamia Legends. And, you know, maybe it's kinda cheesy, maybe it's kinda basic, but I love it. And honestly, Emmy did not get enough credit back when I first wrote it. Because when I first wrote it, I really liked Ruby, and I really liked all the other characters that I thought were really cool. Why didn't I give Emmy enough attention? Emmy's kinda, like, cute. Because she cares so much about Ruby, and, like... Because, like, they see each other as, like, sisters, and Emmy cares so much about Ruby, and honestly, it's just really sweet, and I did not give them enough credit for how much I should have loved this character. So, that's my little rant on Emmy. But Ruby's still the main character, so that's why I drew Ruby in this picture. I haven't even said that. Ruby's the one I drew in this picture. I didn't draw her the best, really, because I honestly didn't really remember her design completely. And honestly, like I think I said at the start of the video, it was kind of an in-the-moment thing where I was like, oh my god, I need to draw at least one of these characters, and Ruby was selected because Ruby's the main character. And like, part of me really wants to bring Flamia Legends back because I can tell, I feel like there's a lot of potential for Flamia Legends. I just didn't know enough to really hone into that potential when I first wrote it, because in the past, when I wrote stories, I didn't actually get very far. I never made it all the way, like, at all. But for Flamia Legends, that was the first true story where I really wrote it. I wrote the first book, and I kept going to the second book. And I was writing the second book while also, like, editing the first book. And then when I finished editing the first book, by then, I was starting to write the third book so that I could edit the second book. And around that stage is where it kind of faded out because I started running out of time. So I'm thinking about possibly bringing it back somehow and doing more with these characters. I'm gonna make a poll. Should Flamia Legends come back? Do any of you like that idea? I am out of time for my little ramble for the week, so I'll just remember to make this post. So go do that, because it should be posted by now, if I did it right. So, that's what I have for this week. Sorry for my little nostalgia rant. I hope at least some of you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have an amazing week, everybody. Goodbye!